for YouTube. Today I'm going to do a breakfast pizza. Really should have brought this to you before the Thanksgiving holidays because I want to rant about something, but I really didn't get a chance to, so I'm doing it now. We're still in time for the Christmas holidays and for the New Year's holidays, so I think you'll still be able to get this breakfast pizza in. Two things I want to rant about. Two things I really don't like walking in my kitchen, and finding. One is dirty dishes. I got a problem with dirty dishes. So I like to walk in my kitchen and have all of the dishes cleaned up because I have a lot of people in my family. That's virtually impossible to do. So I'm always walking into the kitchen, having to clean the kitchen prior to me doing any type of cooking, not just for videos. I keep my kitchen clean. So really, for any type of cooking, I have to walk in and do that. Second, I really don't like to cook in the kitchen where there's other people in the kitchen cooking, which means sometimes my family members will get up late and they want to do breakfast while I'm trying to do dinner, and that doesn't work for me. So I like to walk in my kitchen, have my kitchen free so I can just be in there and do what I need to do. So avoid that from happening. Here is a way that you can keep people out of the kitchen trying to cook, because you would have already done this breakfast pizza, and when they walk in, all they have to do is put a piece in the microwave and go ahead and cook it off and eat it. So let's get started with the ingredients that you're going to need to make this. You can also freeze this. So if your kids or you are running out of the house in the morning times trying to get somewhere, you can just throw a piece of this pizza. If you've already pre-bagged it up, just throw it into the microwave, run out the door with it, and your kitchen will remain clean like I like my kitchen to be, and you will have something substantial in your stomach to get your day started. So let's get started with the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need, you're going to cut this in half. I have a large family, so I'm using double. You would only use half of this. These are 2 cans of Crescent Rolls. This is great value crumbled sausage. Now this comes in a sausage patty and it comes in a crumbled sausage, and it's like $3, but this is the crumble kind. If you want to make your own sausage, you can. You can use some shredded ham if you have it. You can use some bacon if you've already fried the bacon. So we're going to need the Crescent Rolls, the crumbled sausage. We're going to need some mild cheddar cheese, some simple potatoes. Now these potatoes are from Walmart, roughly about $2, and this kind has the green peppers and the red peppers in it. You don't have to use it with that. You can use any kind of shredded hash brown potatoes that you want to use for this. 6 eggs. If you're making it, you're only going to need 3, but I need 6 because I'm doing a double portion. A half a cup of whole milk, salt and pepper to taste. Now you will need the pepper. Not sure if you're going to need the salt because there is a little bit of salt in the crumbled sausage that we have, so you may or may not need the salt. So I'm going to go away and prepare this. Before I do, I want to show you this. I am not making this on my pizza pan, which is what you should be making it on. And the reason be is because when the Crescent Rolls come out of the can, they come out straight. So it was better for me to make it on this type of a sheet pan. That way I don't have to try to custom fit the dough to my pizza pan. So I'm just going to roll it out, lay it out, put it in there, and then I'm going to go from there. So what I'm going to do is to go away and get everything all prepared up, and I'll come back and show you how to lay the dough, and then we'll go to the next stage of it. Be right back. Okay, now we're back, and I have the 2 cans of Crescent Rolls that I'm trying to get open. And I'm going to place them into my sheet pan. Now, I'm going to roll it out. Take it here and then roll it out. Okay, now what I was saying with this is I don't want to have to make it custom fit if it was my pizza pan. Okay, so I'm just going to put these 2 together. I'm going to go ahead and add, you see me crack that on my table. My table is granite, so it's not going to really make a difference. And I'm going to put this in my pizza pan. Now, while you're going to custom fit this to your pizza pan, bring it up to size just a little bit, it's going to be a lot easier than if you, and I'm going to need a knife to just cut this end off. There, I just kind of broke it to make it fit. Okay, now your perforated lines, you're going to need to seal them up. Why do you need to seal them up? Because you don't want, once you put the egg in here, you don't want, you don't want this egg to seep through. So you're going to go ahead and seal up these lines as best you can. Now a little bit is going to seep through anyway. That's really not going to make a difference. Okay, if you want to take this up the side of your pan a little bit, you can. Okay, but while you have to custom fit this in, just make sure that you seal up all of your holes. Now the crescent roll, to me, that I like that. I like it better than trying to use biscuits in order to do this. This was the little piece that I had left over. Just going to snip this in half. So while I am custom fitting this to this pan, it's not as much as if I had used my pizza pan, because I would have had to make a circle if you're following what it is that I'm actually trying to say. So get it all in. Okay. Okay, now make certain that you kind of seal this up as best you can, every place all the way around. Okay. And if you can, spread your dough out just a little bit to come up on the sides. Do so. If you can't, don't really even worry about it. Okay, so I have that all in, and I'm going to go away just for the sake of time. I'll go away and look at this, and if any holes are not really sealed up, I'll seal them up, because you want to have this all sealed up as best you possibly can. Then what I'm going to do, I've taken my 6 eggs, just want to wipe my hands off a little bit, and I've put them inside of this dish. I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper. And I'm going to add a smaller amount of salt, because like I said, I'm going to get some salt from my sausages. This is 1/2 cup of milk. And I'm going to beat this up, in other words, scramble. This is going to be poured over the breakfast pizza. And some people like their eggs well scrambled, some people don't. I mean, that's a personal preference. You want it real well scrambled, then just mix this up a little bit more. If you don't, then don't mix it as much. Okay, now I have my egg mixture here. I have my crescent roll already in my baking sheet. So now I'm going to go to the stove. I'll meet you at the stove. That's where we're going to scramble up the crumbled sausage and the hash browns. Meet you at the stove. Be right back. Okay, now I'm at my stove, and I've sealed this up about as good as I'm going to be able to seal it up. You probably can seal yours up a whole lot better. It really doesn't matter, because we're going to cut it, in the end anyway. So I'm going to take these sausages straight from the bag, okay? And I'm going to put them on top of this, just like a pizza. And like I told you, this already comes, it already comes crumpled up from the actual store. And the Walmart brand is a good brand. I use it all the time. I don't know if I stated this, but it's about $3. So it's really not a lot of money. And this is going to eliminate all that travel in your kitchen, especially when you're trying to, prepare a meal. People are getting up late, especially on the holidays, because they don't have to work. So they figure like they'll stay in the bed and then they'll get up later on and eat. And when they decide they want to get up, that's right into your cooking time. So, okay, you distribute this as evenly as you possibly can. That's really good enough. Then you're going to take your hash browns and you're going to sprinkle on top. Now, notice you're not messing up any of the dishes. Okay, the only dishes that you may messing up is just the pan that you're using. And if I was you at my house, I can give them a slice of this pizza off of a paper towel. And that way they can come in the kitchen and eat it, go right back out. Now the potatoes, they're roughly about $2, so that's not a major amount. Okay, put that on your pizza as well. And then over the top of that, just spread it out to get like a little bit of even distribution. And this is frozen, so some of these are still frozen up. It looks just about right. Okay, and then over the top of that, you're going to sprinkle some of your cheddar cheese. One thing I forgot to do is I want to cut my oven on and take it up to 375, because you're going to bake this for about 20-25 minutes in the oven at 375. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my cheese. So this is a complete meal. They got cheese, hash browns, and sausage, and the bread would be your crescent roll. Okay, all they need is some juice with this, or whatever type beverage you have in the fridge, and they're good to go. And this is a great meal if you want to just bag them up and freeze them so your kids can have something walking out of the door. This would be the perfect dish to go ahead and make and then just put in your freezer. Now once you have that down, if you choose to add a little bit of salt and pepper, you can. I'm only going to sprinkle a little bit of pepper on top. And not a lot. Okay, a small amount. Then these are my stirred up eggs that I had. And remember, you're going to cut this dish in half, because you wouldn't be cooking as much as I'm going to prepare for my family. So half of this will probably do. If you want a big one, if you got big eaters, and by all means go ahead and do what I did. Like I said, you're going to put this in the oven for 20-25 minutes at 375 degrees. Now you're going to take this egg mixture and you're going to pour it all over. Alright, now I'm going to take and add just a little bit more cheese to this, because I have cheese lovers in my house. And of course my dog always has to make his debut. That's Sir Maximilian in the background. You'll hear him mostly at the end of my videos. There's something about making these videos. He feels the need to bark if he's in the room. So you'll hear him. Alrighty. So now I got cheese down. Now you use your discretion with the amount of whatever it is that you want to put down. I only have a little bit left, so I might as well use it. This is an 8-ounce package. You won't need that much. But since I have it, I'll go ahead and use it. Now that's prepared to go into the oven. Like I said, 20-25 minutes. I'm going to stick this in the oven, and I'll bring you back once this gets ready. Be right back. Okay, now I'm at the stove. There goes my time. I had my timer set. I'm at the stove and I'm getting ready to take this out. And there it is. Okay, now I don't need to fork stick this because I know it's already done. You can even tell around the edges that the crust is done. Then you can see on the inside, you can see the cheese, but you can also see little pieces of the egg. So you know that that's done. You wait 10 minutes before you actually cut this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away, wait 10 minutes, bring it back, and then I'm going to cut this so you can see what this delicious breakfast pizza actually looks like. Be right back. Okay, now this is cool, so I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, it's cool. I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece. And if you have a knife, just go ahead and cut with your knife. I'm only cutting with I should have just went ahead and cut the thing all the way across. I'm only cutting with this because I happen to have a pizza cutter. Okay. I didn't get all the way through. There you go. Now, one thing that I did forget to tell you is the reason why this comes out so easy is because I did butter this dish before I actually put the dough in. There you have it. That's breakfast pizza. It was made with the crescent rolls, the cheese, the hash browns, and the sausage, and of course the eggs. Okay, now this pizza, this breakfast pizza, was actually made out of a Rant. One, don't like people coming in my kitchen, you know, when I'm in there trying to cook and they're in there trying to cook something else. Definitely don't like coming in the kitchen and my dishes is dirty. So we saved on doing the dishes, you know, the dishes being dirty, because with this pizza, there is no dirty dishes. It's quick and easy and simple. And if you're trying to prepare a meal that's going to take you a lot of time, you can go ahead and do this and get everybody out of the kitchen at once. Okay? Also want to give you another little tip. When I wash my dishes, I always use a cap full of bleach because that helps to sanitize the dishes. Okay? This is what we have for you today. Chris is making breakfast pizza. And as always, thank you for watching Chris Cook For You Too. Bye.